Larry King last night announced his retirement, which, God, I didn't think that would ever happen.
Boy, I keep hearing about this Piers Morgan thing, but it always seemed like, well, is that really going to happen? Is that really true?
I don't think they know what they're going to do. Apparently, they're going to talk to a few people, or so they say, and they claim they haven't talked to Piers Morgan. Personally, I just can't get over that Larry's gone. I don't care who takes his place. I know I will not be watching as much without Larry in there.
Oh, no question about it. In this business of Larry wanting Ryan Seacrest,
so missed.
It is
Come
absurd.
on.
We all know Ryan Seacrest is as good as the writing on his teleprompter. That's it.
Why do all these people want to blow Ryan Seacrest between Dick Clark and Dick Clark?
Get it.
You gotta give him a break. I don't think he really knows
what's going on.
But Larry King, come on. Ryan Seacrest can't talk about the stuff CNN talks about at 9 o'clock at night, the major news events of the day. Ryan Seacrest? Get out of here.
Maybe even Larry realizes that would be so stupid and so bad that he'll actually end up looking good. You never want anybody too great to replace you. But you know what? We've been talking about how long are they going to... I mean, we love all the stupidity that is Larry King, but we've always been amazed, though, with the ratings plummeting and just the absurdity of his interviews and the insanity of the whole thing, that this guy would continue to have a career. So
I don't know why the ratings are plummeting. He's been so much fun to watch lately.
Yeah,
he screws up so much.
Yeah.
In fact, do we have any of Larry last night? I guess Larry had... Oh, cool.
I guess we're unique. There's that element out there, I guess, that wants everything, the straight and narrow news with no screw-ups.
You know what's funny, though? I've heard a lot. I talked to, not a ton of people, but just some friends of mine who I wouldn't think would necessarily pick up on that. And they seem to be amused for the same reasons.
Well,
the Saturday Night Live, people like that. People are constantly making fun of all these gaffes. Maybe it finally got to CNN.
Well, I think, too, it's become really blatant over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, it has.
I mean, I wish I knew who that guy was this morning, because I heard a cut on the way in. Some television analyst, damn it. Anyway, but the guy came out and he said, the last couple of years has gotten real bad, and his interviews have become an embarrassment.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, we could point to 4 or 5 that are just beyond pathetic.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of that. He had Paul McCartney on, and he asked him about, whether he and the Beatles had ever gotten together after they broke up, which is like it's one of the biggest showbiz stories out there, that they never did, that, it was over, and of course when Lennon was shot, it was really over, but how could Larry not know that?
I don't know. And you know what else, Juju, I think is that, his guest now, and I don't know if it's just because so many people are in on the amusement that's Larry King, that they call him out for this stuff, whereas, years ago nobody would do that, i.e. Seinfeld going, Larry, come on. Get this guy a bio. Give him a resume, will you?
I know. I'm hoping
there's a big difference between.
I'm hoping Seinfeld made our top 10. These guys have been kind of shuffling around trying to figure out what is the best of Larry King over the past few years, and we've got so many. It's really hard to pick. But I tell you what, we'll have the whole thing put together after the break. What do we got queued here? Is this Larry from last night?
This is the Open, if you want to.
You know what? This is, I don't know. I didn't think the Open was too interesting. But are the phone calls good?
Which one do you want to see?
Well, you saw. I didn't see the phone calls. I just thought that sounds better.
They're all kissing his ass. Okay.
All right, tell you what, why don't we take a break, and we'll be back. We'll have full-on Larry King, and then Geraldo at 10 after 9. Love Greg Giraldo. He's always got something unique for us. And what's Geraldo into today?
Last Comic Standing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We've got the Clapton Adultery tickets. We got some left from yesterday. We got more today. We got it. Hopefully, we can work Stump the Staff in before we're done this morning. So hang in there. Larry King and the best, worst of. Take your pick after the news this morning. Larry King retiring from CNN. And why would Larry say to spend more time with his wife? Or go to Little League games with his wife? That's like another gaffe.
It is. Isn't that something that his press release would, in and of itself, be a gaffe? I mean,
he said it last night about 3 or 4 times.
I know it, and everybody's aware of his womanizing and his recent mistress and all.
Not to mention that Little League coach is boning his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to go. Well, maybe he wants to keep an eye on the coach.
I know, but I mean, can you imagine saying something like that? I mean, I would think everybody that heard that went, what? What?
Even the people that don't really follow Larry King, that was big news. And it was only like 3 weeks ago.
Yes,
the whole world was talking about Larry King and this coach and the wife and the guys giving interviews to anybody who will listen, talking about Larry being on TV while he's in bed with Sean with Larry on.
Yeah, there's total top-of-mind awareness out there, completely. It really was a gaffe, it seems to me. Either that or I just don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's just got to be relieved of duty. Maybe there's hardening of the arteries or something.
It's kind of business as usual with Larry. But we've tried to, this is a real job. I can tell Walters, it's just paining him and straining him to come up with the top 10 Larry King best of moments. And we'll call them best of. They're really worst ofs. But there's just so many of them, and they're so good. I mean, Mike, you seriously seem strained to even consider this.
There's just so many. And these are all individual children to me,
Yeah, each one's like a snowflake, so special and unique in its own way.
Yep. And we've pulled all these individually. They all have special meaning, and they're all just dynamite. How do you pick your favorite kid?
Well, you got to start at number 10. That's all you can do. Yeah. And this is Larry with a 9/11 family member.
Long Island, New York. Hello.
Hi, my name is Jeannie. My brother was Robert Evans from Engine 33, firefighter, lost in the North Tower. I want to say thank you for taking my call.
I'm very glad to hear from you. I'm so sorry for the loss of Bobby Evans.
Bobby was a passenger?
He was one of the firefighters. He was Jeannie's family member lost in the towers.
Oh. He was a firefighter that day.
Yes, at Engine 33 in the village.
Listen to the beginning of this.
God.
Long Island, New York. Hello.
Hi, my name is Jeannie. My brother was Robert Evans from Engine 33, firefighter, lost in the North Tower. I want to say thank you for taking my call.
I'm very glad to hear from you. I'm so sorry for the loss of Bobby Evans.
Bobby was a passenger?
He was one of the firefighters. He was Jeannie's family member lost in the towers.
That day.
Listen how long. Listen to silence.
He was a firefighter that day.
Larry. An hour before he said that.
Larry!
Oh,
come on, Larry.
Is he just not listening? Are they talking in his headset? I mean, what in the hell is going on?
Oh, boy, number 9. I can see why this is so straining, because this one, remember Bobby? Bobby and Maurice, their buddy. What was the story about
He was the Yale student murderer?
The Yale murderer, right.
Right.
But he and Bobby were such good friends.
Yeah,
Bobby was his good friend.
Bobby was his friend. He called him Ray. But Bobby can't spit out what he wants to say.
Right.
Maurice doesn't talk, his other buddy. And Larry just wants Bobby to spit it out and get on to the next thing, and Bobby cannot do that. I've left you, and Larry is so frustrated at the end of this, and we have where Larry at the very end, just the part where he screws up, he's trying to just take it to break, and he can't do it. He screws up. If you listen close, you hear Larry like throw his pen down in disgust at himself. He gets so angry. But I left Bobby and Maurice in the beginning of, so this cut's a little longer. But listen to Bobby; he's just priceless.
This one, honestly, we could have played 10 minutes of this, because Bobby, every time he opens his mouth, Larry has no control over him. But anyway, here we go. Number 9.
Bobby, we've learned that Ray apparently was engaged, scheduled to be married in December of 2011. What did you want to add? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, what I was saying to, I apologize, I don't know her name, out of New Haven. To add on to what, her response, all I'm trying to say is people turn on their televisions and right now Raymond Clark, Ray, I shouldn't even refer to him as Raymond Clark, Ray, has now been, he's now been
deified. He's not deified. He's been vilified.
Yeah, he is now being. He is now as of right now, the suspect in the Annie Lay slaying at Yale. And people, in the past couple of days, no matter with how everything has been coming together, I've been so overwhelmed with trying to take this all in, and I feel like talking for everybody throughout like Branford
I understand.
and the graduate.
Repetitive. I understand.
I'm getting off.
Bobby, have you spoken to his parents?
I have not.
Why not call them?
He didn't live with his parents. He never.
Okay. Maurice, have you had any contact with his parents or anyone?
No, not at all.
We're going to have to do more on this with all of these guests. Our thanks to Marsha, Bobby, and Maurice. We'll stay another segment. Will they say it? I don't know. I'll be back.
Boy,
He's really pissed at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He really threw his pen down.
Yep.
Okay. Number 8, the best of Larry King.
I don't know if I can say this, Mama.
You can say anything.
Okay. Anyway, like I remember certain things, like Daddy would grab my foot and stick it between his legs and say, "Here's a big old dick," and Mom would try to, but Daddy beat on her, and
Harry, you defended her, right?
That's correct.
Why did she do any time?
Yeah, you can say anything. Nice, Larry. Nice.
Oh, God.
That wasn't so much a screw up, but that makes me laugh.
It's hard to separate those, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did she ever think about saying penis, or just
Well, she's quoting him.
That is quoting exactly.
That's a quote.
Yeah, she wanted to just
quote.
Number 7.
I'm surprised Larry King didn't say, and here's another big one right here. He's
Number
such a womanizer.
7, the best of Larry King.
What was that accent, Stephen? Where is he from?
That's a Marine accent. It's been my experience that the Jarhead clan almost has their own vernacular, their own accent. I'd say there's a bit of Virginia in there, a little Tidewater, Virginia, and maybe a few other things as well. It's made up.
Do you remember the movie A Few Good Men, with Jack Nicholson played that incredible part? Well, Stephen Lang did it on Broadway, and he was incredible with that great line, right? You wouldn't know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Do you have fun doing people like this?
Oh, absolutely.
You can't handle the truth.
You wouldn't know the truth.
Yeah, it's a famous line, all right. That famous line. It's so famous I can't remember it.
Yeah, show me some cash.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That famous line.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Wycliffe tweet says, "We need a state of emergency for Haiti. Please call your fellow councilmen, mayors, governors, etc. to contact Congress. We need aid. We need aid ASAP." Ram Haiti writes, "The singing and praying."
God almighty.
He's getting the NAACP mixed up with ASAP, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think he meant ASAP.
Yeah.
We need money ASAP.
That's what he meant.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Where are we? Is this number 5?
Well, yeah, sure.
Let's say number 6. That is an extra one.
Bill Marler, he's an expert on foodborne illness litigation. He's been litigating on this issue since the Jack in the Box E. coli outbreak in 1993. My tongue got caught in my teeth. I could not see what I was saying.
Number 5, Larry King, the best of.
And in New York is Joe Tacopina, the noted defense attorney. Searchers are still looking for the missing mother of 2 Stacy Peterson, I think. She vanished in late October. Investigators think that her husband, Drew...
Okay, Larry.
Oh, my God.
A little lost there. Where am I now? Number...
Yeah, you can... Any of these are, like I said...
You just don't want to put a number next to these, do you?
You know what, I put one in, and then it's like, well, I can't skip... Leonard Rowe. I can't skip Seinfeld or Tracy Gold.
We probably should have done the top 25. Because Larry just celebrated 25 years.
Lou Ferrigno.
We'll be back with more. Lou Ferragamo lots to talk about Michael Jackson. Members of the family were at the BET, the BET Awards last night.
Larry!
It gets better. Part 2.
Okay, well, these will both be combined in number 5.
If I said Ferragamo, I apologize. He was a good quarterback. We'll be back with Lou Ferragamo in a minute.
No!
Ferrigno. I'll get... you got a weird name. Welcome back. Last night, an emotional Janet Jackson gave her first published...
Oh, Larry.
Oh,
Larry!
Blaming his name?
Yeah, blame his name for the whole thing.
Got a weird name.
Number 4.
Hey, want to watch Larry King live or CNN anytime, anywhere you can? The new CNN iPhone app. Download it on iTunes for $1.99. This is even cheaper. Don't cost anything. Anderson Cooper and AC360. Anderson.
By the way, that reminds me, with all this technology, and you've got this whole element of the population that's just too old. It's just too much.
Yeah, there's an onslaught. Well, they were talking. There was a special report this morning. They're showing all of these gadgets. And they're saying, are we reaching a point where these things aren't even helpful anymore? People are so distracted by them and so pulled in and lost in all the technology that it's not really helping anybody.
Well, my mother cannot use a cell phone.
Too much.
I don't know why either. It's not. I know she can do it, but she's had troubles. Well, first of all, she gets the hearing and she talks into the hearing, the receiver. She talks into the receiver.
Yeah.
The numbers are too small.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make a cell phone for older people with just giant numbers.
They have that.
Do they? Really?
We were looking for that once because my dad's got macular degeneration.
The jitterbug?
Yeah, the jitterbug is exactly that phone.
No
it's
kidding.
Meant for seniors, giant numbers.
They advertise on ESPN all the time.
That's what you got to get. That's what I'm going to get my dad.
Is it really easy to make the call, too, and to end the call? Because that's the other thing. I'm like, Mom, green go, red stop.
No, absolutely. It's one of these phones where it does what you want it to, just to be a phone where they can easily see it and send and end are very easy to see and handle. And that's the problem because, as everybody knows, these cell phones have become little mini, internet and keyboards, and there's so many functions on these cell phones now that you give those things to somebody that's elderly, and it's, my God, there's just too many features. There's too much going on. They just want a phone anyway.
What I can't figure out is my mom goes online. It's like, I would think the cell phone would be easier than going online.
Yeah.
But not the case.
Well, the problem is
a hearing issue, too.
Yeah, there's a hearing issue because, I know, my dad can't hear worth a damn on his phone. And I tell you, it seems like there's some money to be made to market things for seniors with all the baby boomers coming up and everything.
Definitely.
Because there's a lot of stuff that the print is too small on everything, and there's too much technology, and it seems like they could simplify a lot.
I got to check out this jitterbug, man.
Oh,
sounds
that's
like
what
the
you
answer.
want. Yep.
All right, I'm going to combine a few of these into number 3 because they're all short and they're all pretty good.
Did you hear from people in the industry or like support from Growing Pains?
Absolutely. We were doing publicity for the Growing Pains movie a month after the accident, so
There's a Growing Pains movie?
yeah, we did a reunion movie when I was like 9 months pregnant with my baby.
When is that going to air?
It aired in October.
Do you have any fear of the Stockholm Syndrome, which is that the captor suddenly sides with who captured? The person captured sides with the captor. You must have been suffering from hypothermia, right?
Yeah, I think I was pulled in just over 88 degrees, 88.8.
In writing the book, how do you remember all these things if you're kind of discombobulated?
I wasn't really whatever that word you just used until
I invented it. Roman Polanski?
I have.
Wow. How can you have a civil conversation with someone who so brutally murdered your sister?
Roman didn't murder my sister.
No, I'm sorry, but the fact that he would have this terrible thing happen to him after the death of your sister to once again focus you into the public light. That's what I meant. You must have been suffering from hypothermia, right?
Yeah, I think I was pulled in just over 88 degrees, 88.8.
In writing the book, how do you remember all these things if you're kind of discombobulated?
I wasn't really whatever that word is.
Yeah, a little encore. Number 2 and number 1. I was wondering if this was coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2.
Why do someone that's completely healthy need someone to take care of them? I consider myself healthy, Larry. I don't have a doctor living with me. Do you have one living with you?
So you're implying foul play by sending a doctor there?
No, Larry. Let me say this, too. Michael Jackson was addicted. We all know that.
Correct.
It's not a secret.
Okay.
Would you put a cocaine seller in the house with a cocaine addict? No,
Are
you
you
wouldn't
saying
do
they
that.
put a cocaine seller in the house? The doctor was selling cocaine?
I didn't say that, Larry. But he was able to administer drugs.
Larry! Come on, Larry.
Get it out, Larry.
Boy, hard to say this is number 1. This is one of my favorites, though. Did we play Stacey Peterson?
No.
All right, we'll throw it in. We'll have a little, just a little footnote
bonus?
to the... Yeah, bonus. Absolutely. Any other bonuses, throw them in there, too.
And in New York is Joe Tacopina, the noted defense attorney. Searchers are still looking for the missing mother of 2 Stacey Peterson I think. She vanished in late October. Investigators think that her husband... ladies and gentlemen, here they come at the Palladium in Los Angeles. They're back together, their first live get-together in 5 years. The Motley Crue.
Oh, my God. Just the idea of Larry
yes.
introing Motley Crue.
Oh, I know it. The Motley Crue.
Well, number one is definitely one of my favorites. They are like children, though, after you hear them enough. And I haven't heard them as much as you have, but this is really outstanding.
And they put us on Thursday. We went from 58 to 4. And then we started doing better than Cheers, and then I don't know how it happened.
Lasted how long?
9 years, 180 episodes.
You gave it up, right?
I did, sir.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented. Is this still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also. But... Yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. Do you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers. Last episode.
Boy, you don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
B-movie opens.
Get a resume in here for me?
B-movie opens tomorrow.
We have to be right back. We have to have a couple more bonuses because this one's one of my favorites. Remember the little kid he was kind of a kid, 13 years old, and he got all that porn.
Yes,
he became the porn guy, and all these people were asking him to show him his butt, and they were giving him money and stuff.
Yes.
Justin Barry, and Larry gets all mad because where was your mother and all that?
That's right.
Just listen.
Female prostitutes would come to your house?
That is correct.
Where was your mother or father?
At the time when that occurred, I was living in Mexico with my father, and he assisted in that.
Justin, didn't a lot of men want to meet you, not just do this by webcam?
There were several requests.
Did you meet some?
Yes, sir.
Where was your mother?
Where was my mother? When I met them?
At the house, you had prostitutes coming over, you're doing all this stuff, you're in your room. Where's your mother?
I don't know if you quite understand. When I had sex with the female prostitutes, I was in Mexico at that time.
But your father was there, right?
Correct.
Where was he?
He was assisting in securing the prostitutes.
And back home, I know your mother tried to do her best about this, didn't she?
Regarding?
Trying to get you help?
No, she didn't know about this at all.
Never knew about it?
Not until I told her.
Wow.
Oh, man.
What a mess. What a mess.
Okay.
This one's great.
Which one? We got to do one in the break.
Yeah.
One more bonus.
1 in 5.
Okay, one more. Larry King into the break. The best of Larry King. We're going to miss this guy.
Well, all right, what happened, Jake?
I landed a 720 over the gap, and then I'm coming up the quarter pipe, and I'm off balance. I was trying to cut over to the right, and the G-forces, everything all combined to make me squat to the board and then shoot me out to the flat, as you can see.
How badly were you hurt?
I think there was a lot of adrenaline at first because I wasn't really that hurt.
What's your injuries now?
Fractured wrist, a fractured vertebrae, and
how long have you been skateboarding?
Some crazy whiplash. About 20 years.
Why?
Oh, it's great fun. I mean, once I picked up a skateboard, it's all I wanted to do.
Can you make money skateboarding?
Yeah, that's all I do to make money. So.
I mean, you make it at events like the X Games. You make money, and
you make money from sponsors and then events and demonstrations and.
You brought this hat. It says Blind. Is that a company that makes skateboards?
Yeah, that's a skateboard company. I ride for them.
What's the key to skateboard? Do you do things that other guys don't do? I mean, are there certain jumps that you do?
A lot of people have different tricks, like signature tricks and stuff. But,
what's yours?
Basically, for videos, you film. It usually takes about a year or so to film until you get that 2 minutes at the end of the year, and it's usually a bunch of tricks that haven't been done, or just some unusual or just stuff, enjoyable stuff.
Boy, that's pretty great stuff.
Yeah.
How important is the board?
The board's one of the main things. The board, the shoes, the wheels.
I asked Darius.
Are you experienced?
You said it wasn't. Are you?
It's not the experience assigned record cover?
If kids are into it, you can definitely point them in the right direction on what they're doing wrong, and you know what I mean?
All right, now, Dario can't wait to race again this week. Are you anxious to get back on skates?
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to skate again. It's going to be a few weeks for me, maybe a month. But I'm going to just go heavily to the doctors and just get back.
Tony, how long before you came back after that?
You know, it took 2 or 3 months before I was back in the car, and I felt like I was part of that car again.
You keep in shape, Jake?
Yeah, I've been trying to keep in shape as much as possible.
I would imagine you'd have to. American Mornings, John Roberts sits in again for Anderson Cooper. He'll host AC 360 at the top of the hour. What's up, Anderson? What's up, John?
Hey, Larry. Larry sounds like he's talking. It sounds like this pro skateboarder, Jake Brown, like he ran into someone on the street, and he's just explaining to him what he does.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Does this really sound like one of the world's best interviewers is talking to him about his craft?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. Remember, we've often talked about Larry and how his whole thing, the way he tells it, is that he wants to be the man on the street that, just asks the questions, right, that everybody would want to know.
They were talking about that last night
opportunity,
on the show.
Yeah.
With, who did he have on?
Bill Maher.
That's right. Bill Maher came on, and Bill Maher said, I've been on vacation, Larry. I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's the way I understand you prepare. You don't really like to know too much, so neither one of us knows a damn thing. How are we going to do a show here?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, let's have Larry really, really take us in a break.
Okay, we'll be right back. Coming up next, the Idol contestant. Well, I guess one of the Idol contestants who did something is next. Don't go away.
Larry! Okay, take 2. Come on, Larry. Take us in a break. Really do it this time.
Coming still ahead, the former Idol non-winner who became famous anyway, William Hung. And up next, another unsuccessful Idol contestant. Well, I can't see what I'm saying. Stick around.
What?
101 WRIF and WRIF HD
Okay,
Spartans.
Larry King last night interviewing this woman who was the first victim of this rapist and kidnapper who held this woman for 18 years and knocked her up with 2 kids. And Larry is talking to his original victim. He served 11 years of a sentence that was 50 years for one count, and I believe it was life for the other. Guy gets out after 11 years.
Yeah,
anyway,
definitely.
Larry is just, I don't know if he's out of it or what, but just check this out.
Philip Garrido,
to go
in November of 1976, same man now charged with the kidnapping, rape, and imprisonment of J.C. Lee DeGard. Jim Hall, Katie's husband, is with her, and they've been married almost 7 years. They live in Las Vegas. How did you find out who the man who went to prison for this kidnapping raped you? How did you put the two together?
I actually heard it on CNN. I was coming downstairs to feed my dog, and it was on the television, and I happened to walk in front of the television and heard the name.
All you needed was a name?
All I needed was a name.
What went through you?
I screamed. I started screaming, oh, my God, oh, my God.
Imagine.
It's him. He's the one who kidnapped me.
Did you live in fear of him all these years?
Absolutely.
Now, he went to jail off what he did to you, right?
He went to prison.
For how long?
For 11 years.
When he got out, you were in fear that he'd come after you?
I think he did approach me after he got out. I think he came to my game up in Lake Tahoe at Caesars.
Dealer.
He was just being paroled. He was in a halfway house. And I think he came up and approached me and in a threatening manner.
What do you make of this whole story before we get to your story of keeping this girl and having children with her?
I think it's horrible. I think it's horrifying. But I don't doubt it. From this person, I don't doubt it at all.
All right, take us back. How old were you when he grabbed you?
Take us back. He sounds like he's reminiscing, doesn't he?
Oh, God,
Take us back.
And by the way, talking about that probation, that's a situation where he was gone for a while, and that goddamn wife of his was overseeing her. He was trapped in the backyard with those tents and everything else. He's gone. He's off site, and still, that damn woman. She's just as bad. Kill her, too.
She was there when he kidnapped her.
Absolutely.
The wife was with him, that freak.
That's right.
Where were you? What happened?
I was on my way to my boyfriend's house with dinner in my car. He asked me to stop at a grocery store and
Where was this?
In South Lake Tahoe. And he asked me to stop at a grocery store and pick up some coffee. And so I did.
Boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. And I did. And as I came out of the grocery store and got in my car, Philip knocked on my window and said, I can't seem to get my car to start. It's cold. Do you think you could give me a ride? Which way are you going? And, of course,
Let's have the old pictures of her so you can see exactly what she looked like then. She's pretty damn cute.
going to go any which way I was going. And so I did.
Why did you let him in the car?
I don't know. It was the worst.
You know, Larry, doesn't he sound like he's almost like, you idiot, why'd you let him in the car?
What do
you think, Larry?
His voice is so cutting, too. Whenever he asks a question, it just burns through everything. And that's the thing, because the questions are so stupid, the remarks are so insane, and they're so loud and boisterous and scratchy. And
what's served by asking her, why'd you let him in the car? Obviously, she regrets the hell out of it. It's the biggest mistake of her life.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, he's really a dick about it, isn't he?
Well, that's him. He doesn't even realize it being a dick.
I know. You're right.
Decision I've ever made, I think. It truly was.
What happened when he got in?
When he got in,
Larry sounds like he's in a little bit of a hurry, isn't he? I mean,
abrasive.
Is he horny?
So when did he rape you then?
He sounds like he's a little horny for this thing. I mean, he's really rushing it along.
He does get excited a lot. He is a womanizer.
I filled his hands with a lot of food that they had in the front seat anyway. I tried to engage him in...
He was holding your food?
Mm-hmm. He was. I tried to engage him in small conversation on the trip. I tried to stay on the main street, and when I got ready to turn, he said, well, where I'm staying is right up the road here. And it was again on another main street that I turned. So I took him a little further up, and then... he said, well, it's just around this corner. And so I said, well, okay. And I just turned around the corner and pulled over, and he slammed my head into the steering wheel and pulled out handcuffs. He took my keys out, threw them on the floor, and pulled out handcuffs and handcuffed me and said, I just want a piece of ass. If you be good, you won't get hurt.
What did he do with the food?
What?
Now that...
What did he do with the food?
What question?
Is he hungry?
Oh, my God.
Is Larry hungry?
I can't believe he
asked
that.
What happened to the food? I know there's food in the front
You've got to be kidding me. This woman just described how her head was slammed into a steering wheel and the keys were pulled out, and this guy's about ready to rape her, and he's concerned over, like, well, how's he going to rape you? I mean, he had to free up his hands. What did he do with the food? Well, first,
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. What did he do with the food?
He opened the door and he got out.
Just thinking about it would maybe alleviate a little of my hunger.
Lucky there was a waste can just right there on the sidewalk. So he got out and then he threw in the waste can. And then he came back in and he raped me. What a question!
She's a little thrown. She's a little thrown by it too. Like the
who
food.
Wouldn't be?
I don't remember what he did with the food.
That makes no sense. That's
He put it on the floor.
There's a couple more like that.
God.
There's a couple more coming up.
Oh, my God.
He put it on the floor, I guess. I don't know. I was just...
All right, now you're in a car, you're handcuffed. How does this
question.
happen? How was he able to consummate this?
Well,
Larry! God! He wants
How is
details.
he able to consummate
He
this?
wants details.
Larry, he raped her. He's been in
everything.
jail. He consummated it, all right?
Jeez.
How'd he pull this off?
Yeah.
And he sounds, listen to how low his voice is, what he's saying. He sounds like he's trying to...
He wants
The handcuff
details.
me?
Yeah, he wants details, and this is not something
You mean how was he able to handcuff me?
So you started by ripping your blouse off, then
well,
what?
He took me to a mini warehouse.
Oh, he took you out of there?
Yes, he transferred me after he handcuffed me.
When did your brassiere come off?
The food way I do.
Holding your
He was.
Your food.
I tried to engage him in small conversation on the trip. I tried to stay on the main street, and when I got ready to turn, he said, well, where I'm staying is right up the road here. And it was again on another main street.
By the way, what food was it you
So I
had?
took
What was
it a
it,
little further
burger?
up.
What was it?
And then he said, well, it's just around this corner. And so I said, well, okay. And I just turned around the corner and pulled over, and he slammed my head into the steering wheel and pulled out handcuffs. He took my keys out, threw them on the floor, and pulled out handcuffs and handcuffed me and said, I just want a piece of ass. If you be good, you won't get hurt.
What did he do with the food?
He put it on the floor, I guess. I don't know. I was just...
Bizarre.
All right, now you're in a car, you're handcuffed. How does this happen? How was he able to consummate this?
Well, you mean how was he able to handcuff me?
No, rape you.
Oh.
Well,
No. Rape you. No, I would not the handcuff. I want to know exactly about the rape.
He sounds like he's trying to be...
Rape. He gets in her face over it. I mean, he almost raised her voice like, no, of course not. I'm talking about the rape.
What do you think? God, King.
Oh, he took you out of there.
Yes, he transferred me after he handcuffed me. He transferred me into the passenger seat. He pulled a leather strap out of his hair, and he tied my head to my knees. And my hands were handcuffed behind my back. He threw a coat over my head.
Did you hear what he said there? He talks over her. She says he pulled my head, tied my head down to my knees, and then Larry, who wants to know all about how this was consummated, I think he said there, he turned you around. Yeah. Like,
is that what he said?
Oh, so doggy style, I'm kind of doggy style myself. Could you believe that?
No.
He's lucky she was talking because you couldn't really hear.
I'm lost. What do you mean?
Jesus.
So I was below visibility in the car, and he took me to...
Her detail, by the way, is incredible. As this thing goes on, you'll notice it just gets more and more unbelievable. She remembers every
Of course, you would, for the rest of your life.
I think she blocked out the sex itself, but other than that, she's amazing.
Warehouse in Reno. A mini warehouse in Reno, in a very desolate area.
Were you fearing for your life?
I was. I thought I was dead.
And then he raped you repeatedly?
Uh-huh.
God almighty, he was captive.
Almost 8 hours, I think.
Did he have a knife or threaten you with any weapon?
No, I didn't. I never saw any weapon. I don't, most of the actual rape has just been totally blocked out of my...
What's King getting at here? Like, gee, did you go down easy or what?
Oh, he's just, this is that part where he's so fond of saying that he doesn't prepare for interviews and he just asks the questions that people want to know. And I think in his mind he's just going along, just trying to get detail and create a picture of the whole thing. But in the process, he's an idiot.
Ed?
He took me to a mini warehouse. It was probably 6 by 12, about the size of a very small one-car garage. And that mini warehouse, the first 3 feet, as you lifted the garage-like door to it, the first 3 feet was stacked with boxes, like it was in storage, that were half opened with china and stuff coming out. And right behind them was a wall of carpet hanging from the ceiling. And with an opening at one end, a small opening at one end. And carpet is heavy, big rugs are heavy. And about a foot behind that was another wall of carpet with the opening at the other end. And then another one behind that. It was like a maze.
I can't get over this detail.
And in that part of the mini warehouse where he had me, he had it set up to keep someone for a while.
A little obsessive about calling it a mini warehouse, by the way.
Same with the backyard, He creates that
because I had to go back in and get dressed.
multi-walled situation.
So I went in and out.
You two are married 7 years, right?
Right.
When you met her, Jim, did she tell you all about this?
Yes.
So you knew this all along?
I have, yeah.
That she'd been. How did that make you feel?
Oh.
Did it affect you?
Good God, Larry. Did it affect you? No, not at all.
Did you have some kind of get off on it a freaky way?
I just laughed it off, told her to take it easy, no big deal.
Nothing you can do except support.
Yeah, the only answer to that question, Larry.
An amazing article for us. Go to CNN.com/Larry King. Click on blog and read her incredible story. More after the break.
A little abrupt, Larry.
Man, oh man. Jeez.
I know.
Oh, God. I still can't believe that question about the food.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Well, the consummate, too, is...
What do you do with the
food? Back with Catherine Calloway Hall, her husband, Jim. How long were you in his capture?
Just about 8 hours.
Continuously raped all that time?
Yes.
Okay, Larry.
Did he hit you?
He did not, but like I said, I've pretty much blocked out the rape part, and I tend to think he didn't hurt me, but I had bruises and scratches all over me. They took pictures at the hospital. I don't remember it, though.
How'd you get out?
A policeman happened to save me.
Oh.
This is unreal.
He came, it was his beat. The mini warehouse area was his beat, and he happened to notice Philip had lost the key to the mini warehouse.
She keeps calling him Philip, too, which I think
is weird. I know.
He's the rapist.
Yeah,
the lock with my crowbar. And he had locked it from the inside. And so the policeman came around with a flashlight, shining his light on each individual lock, and saw that one was picked. And he investigated.
Wow.
He banged on the door.
Wow.
What did Philip answer the door?
Philip went out to answer the door, and he came back in and he said, "It's the heat. Am I going to have to tie you up, or are you going to be good?" And I said, "No, I've been good. Don't tie me up." And so he went back out with the receipt, and I sat there for a minute, and I thought, I have to try. The policeman out there, I have to try.
What'd you do?
I went crashing through, under the rugs, over the boxes, right out into the parking area where the policeman was, completely naked.
Whoa. And the cop immediately what?
He looked at me like I was crazy, and Philip looked at me like I was crazy, and I said, "Help me, help me,
laughing?
Please." And Philip said, "What's going on?" And Philip said, "This is just my girlfriend. We're just in there partying. It's no big deal." And I said, "No, I'm not. Keep him away from me." And Finally, the policeman said, go back in and get dressed, because it was November in Reno. I was freezing. There was snow on the ground.
You're also nude.
And no clothes on?
I had no clothes on.
Wouldn't you say,
So he let me go back in and
a
get
couple of
dressed.
things. First of all, if
And
I was her, I think rather than just say, I would have said, I've been kidnapped. I've been held captive all this time. This guy's been repeatedly raping me. But bring out of my mouth, but.
Well, she's nude, and, she's yelling, keep him away from me. She's pretty, I'm sure,
Freaked
shocked.
out, yeah. It's the
But
only thing that
Larry,
probably come to her mind.
She's already said she's nude, and then Larry goes, and you're nude?
He loves saying that.
He also, when he came back from the commercials, I think we might have gone past this, he said, how long until, or he was in prison for how long? And she'd already told him during the previous part. He's done that so much lately.
Well,
putting on
he's
my
so old,
jeans.
short-term memory.
Dementia.
I had one shoe, one sock on, and jeans on. That was it. Philip came back through. And the policeman let him come back through. Out of his sight. I thought, oh, my God, he's going to take me hostage.
No.
And he came back to beg me not to turn him in. He said, please, please don't turn me in. And I stayed out of his reach. I said, okay, I won't. And ran back out. Half naked.
And turned him in.
Yeah, and turned him in.
Now, he went to jail for that, right?
He did.
Did you testify at his trial?
I did.
She just said he served 11 years, Larry, twice.
Sitting there, you got to get up and just...
I didn't look at him. It wasn't hard. I just got up and told my story. That's all.
And he was sentenced to how long?
He was sentenced to...
Oh, my God.
If I remember, it was 50 to life on the rape and life on the kidnap.
So he's in jail, you felt comfortable, and you go on with your life.
Something.
Yeah, I never did quite
50
feel
to life
comfortable, but
and life
I mean, it takes
and
a long
11
time
years.
to
For
overcome
good behavior.
something like this.
What prison was he in?
I think Leavenworth, but I'm not sure.
It was federal.
Yeah, it was federal, and he ended up in Lompoc.
He transported you, right? That's kidnapping.
Right.
That's federal.
Mm-hmm. He ended up in Lompoc. I don't know where he was before that.
How did you know he got out?
Because I thought he approached me on my roulette wheel at work.
Which she already said.
Thought he was out.
In the previous segment.
I had no idea he was out. I wasn't expecting him to be out.
She already said all this,
parole for at least another 6 years. In fact,
he's so out of it. But they keep renewing him. They must realize that we all get a kick out of it.
I think so.
False people and say he's out, and
I called my pit boss. Oh well.
In Vegas, where you were.
And I had.
Yeah, he walked up with a threatening look.
But he didn't.
When he first found her, and that came out in the trial, obviously, he knows she works there. He goes right there from the halfway house. She calls and finds out, yeah, he's out. And, you're his parole officer? Well, when she told them that, he showed up at my workplace and was leering at me, why isn't that a parole violation? Why isn't the guy thrown back in the joint? He's obviously nuts. He's a sex offender. He kidnapped and raped someone for 8 frickin' hours. And then the first thing he does when he gets out of the halfway house to go do his thing is goes and visit her at work.
Yeah,
why? Doesn't that tell you the guy's still crazy?
Well, they should have known that anyway. How can you give somebody to 50 to life and let them out in 11
years? I know. But then the first thing he
thing
does,
was
how in the hell is it not a parole violation?
I know,
This just blows my mind.
It's just, once again, it's the failings of the system. Every time this happens, and then you look into the background, it ends up to be failure here, failure there, screw up there, screw up there. It's always that way. I still can't believe it.
Absolutely, yes.
21 years.
And especially the first 5 years, I just knew he was hunting. I just knew he was.
You were still working in Tahoe, though, when he approached.
When he got out, I was in the same...
Speed ahead to the next guest, Mike. The next guest is the stepfather of the woman who was kidnapped at 11. Just after 18 years of being held captive, she was found the other day, and she and the 2 kids she had by this creep, rapist, kidnapper, whatever you want to call him.
Creepy.
This is the stepfather who's no longer with the mother, by the way, and he was a suspect originally. He was the last one to see her. So anyway, check this guy out. Tell me he isn't. I thought he was a little flip about all this
He's
stuff.
been on TV a lot, this guy.
All right, Katie Hall.
He sounds like he's getting off on the media coverage.
From New York is Carl Probin, the stepfather of J.C. Dugard. He witnessed J.C.'s abduction in 1991 and for a time was a suspect in the case. All right, Carl, what are your feelings as you watch?
Stop yelling, Larry.
I really feel sorry for her. I'm a victim myself, watching the kidnapping and everything. I know.
Pause that a second.
Victim
He
myself.
calls
I'm
himself
a victim myself.
a victim. He compares himself to her. She was raped for 8 hours. Now, I know he was considered a possible suspect. Turns out he was not a suspect the entire time. But nonetheless, that's...
Poor choice of words.
Terrible choice of words. I thought it was
choice of words.
incredibly insensitive, but it gets more interesting.
He says you watch and listen to Katie.
I really feel sorry for her. I'm a victim myself, watching the kidnapping and everything. I know how she feels.
No, you don't.
All right, first, obviously, how is your stepdaughter doing?
She's doing good. I don't get a report every day. I've been going for a week doing these shows and everything, and she's doing good.
Doing these shows?
I have not.
He hasn't even talked to her yet.
Well, what kind of a relationship is that?
He's divorced from the mother, but he's doing a media tour on this, and he hasn't talked to her.
Boy, that doesn't make
You have not
much
talked
sense.
to her.
No.
Larry's pissed about that. I think Larry's ready to yell at the screen. Hey, why are we having this guy on? He hasn't even talked to her yet. He's just being a media whore. What's up with that?
Jeez.
Larry gets a little... Larry gets when he's not happy with things. Is like, the guy, he kept saying, where was your mother? He gets kind of like that on this one.
Which is what's funny, because it's like he's all over that guy, giving him grief, when he's the one that's got it all screwed up. God almighty.
With a group, and they're taking care of her, and they're getting adjusted, and my wife and daughter are up there, and it's going real slow. I mean, I don't need to be involved in this and disrupt anything.
What does your wife tell you?
She's the happiest woman in the world.
What does she tell you about how your stepdaughter is doing?
I'm kind of on the loop out here right now because they don't want to tell me too much that I'm doing TV shows.
He's on the loop because
we really don't discuss it too much. She says she's doing great. She said she looks really young for being 29 years old. She's looks almost the same as when she was kidnapped.
When she was 11?
Healthy, and she's smart.
It looks almost the same as when she was 11?
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. It's like, I thought that they didn't tell you anything, and now he's trying to just come up with things that to try to,
He clearly is out of the loop.
Way out of the loop, and now he's trying to act like somehow whatever he has to say is somehow significant. Oh, I can tell you that, she looks almost the same. He's really got nothing to offer other than the fact that he was, a suspect for the longest time, and everybody's heard that a million times over again.
Yeah, he does seem, the victim card seems to, you'll see it comes out again.
Basically all he has to offer.
What about her children?
They're okay. They're also smart. I don't know if what education they have
How
or
would
whatever,
he know
but she
that?
says they're smart. They're smart kids.
Do you have any fear of the Stockholm Syndrome, which is that
education does not equal smart, by the way.
He's winging it.
The person captured sides with the captor.
I'm sure it happened. I know JC very well. She's a mellow person. She's just a sweet kid. She never got mad. She's not angry, If this was my daughter, my other daughter, she wouldn't be here because she'd be climbing that fence every day. But JC adjusted to this. That's why she's alive. So the same way she adjusted, I think she can get over this because it's going to be behind her. I think, it may take years, but I think she's going to get over this.
How long were you
haven't talked to her, but
yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I talked today. I thought I was a suspect basically until Tuesday when they found her, but I find out from the police that I was a suspect for basically 90 days. But nobody told me that.
You were the one reporting her being missing, right?
I'm a stepfather. I reported her the last person to see her. But nobody told me after 90 days I was no longer a suspect. So these last 18 years,
Okay, so this is interesting. Katie is living in fear for all these years once she finds out he's in prison. And you're living all these years as a suspect.
Well, sure.
Thanks for that, Larry. Thanks for bottom lining it for us. Thanks for the summary.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious. What they thought of me or did to me, it didn't matter. My life was basically like her. It was ruined. My divorce, I'm separated now. My marriage broke up. It's just devastating. People can't understand. Like now they say, well, when's JC going to come meet you and do this? This is going to take a long time. This is going to take years. Like she's still suffering. You can tell by looking at her.
Yeah.
For God's
they have
sake.
my split screen.
No.
No?
He just said she's still suffering. Larry asked her. She says, no.
Oh, God.
How long did it take to get over the rapes?
God, he's so
It
abrasive.
took me a good 2 years.
So abrasive.
Carl and JC's mother went on America's Most Wanted back in 1991 to appeal for help. Watch.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that incredible?
Man, oh, man. This is where he's the best, meaning the worst, in a situation like this.
It's really something.
Oh, that dude had absolutely nothing to say at all.
No, I know. Other than he's on a media tour. And,
doing what?
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
the next show isn't going to be any better. He's completely out of touch. He has no idea what's going on in this little girl's life or now this grown-up girl. And, I mean, everybody went to it. I mean, the question is now is that, everybody wants to know details as to how this now woman is doing. God almighty.
7:32 at WRIF. It's 53. Looks like a nice blue sky, sunny day.
Oh, it's a gorgeous day all over again.
It's going to be very nice.
Oh.
And Dina's filling in for Trudy this week, today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, we're open, and you know what? First thing right off the bat, I was wondering, is there anybody we're missing? Is there anybody that you think is would fit in nicely? Maybe is hot or something that does
Exactly.
news in town.
Gotta be hot. Something good to look at.
Just
some eye
thought.
Candy.
Yeah. We could put them on.
Sir.
Could be on the webcam. In a little more dressed down version of themselves. I had one idea. I just noticed this chick recently. Alicia Smith on Channel 7.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's on in the morning, so obviously she couldn't come in. Yeah, no, she couldn't come in. Well, she's off at 7 though, isn't she?
Well, don't they? I think they do up.
Yeah, they do cut-ins.
So,
True.
But she could blow that off for a day.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think she's hot?
Yeah, I thought she was a good-looking girl.
I pointed her out to Mike, and I saw her during the cruise, too, and she's a little dressed down.
Uh-huh.
She's a knockout, man.
Yeah, different hairstyle when you saw her.
Yeah, and I don't know how she slipped my notice. I mean, usually we know who the the cuter news people are, or the more attractive lady. But, anyway.
No, she's good looking. She is.
There are a lot of new reporters since we started having fill-ins, and Dina's great, and Dina, I think it's nice. Dina puts pressure on Trudy. We have no one putting pressure on Dina though. Dina's, I think, taking this whole thing for granted. We're going to bring her in, but I think she needs somebody in a rearview mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows she's got to get here in plenty of time, really bust her ass. And
the skirts have to get shorter and shorter, and the top's more plunging, and the makeup heavier. And
I'm not saying she's not doing a great job, but wouldn't it be nice to have a little competition? It always makes people a little better.
She did do a little better job when Lucy Nolan was in town.
I think that's... I don't know. I don't want to be critical of Dina. I think
she always does a great job.
She's got such a busy schedule.
It's nice to rotate hot chicks in and out of here, though. Hey, it's that simple.
So I just cleared the lines. 313-298-WRIF. Oh, look at the lines. Man, lighting right up. What, Dina? What's going on?
Come on in.
What are you guys saying?
Nothing.
What are you guys saying?
We were just talking about Larry King.
Oh, you were?
Well, we were just talking about the fact that you can't.
Or you know how when King, whenever he comes back from break, he plays a clip of whatever the story is. That's what the Bill Maher is here. Yeah, so King's laughing at the
out here. You kidding? It was unbelievable. It was pandemonium. One awkward moment. The city gave him a police escort, and the cops beat him up on videotape.
Funny, that's funny. How's your friend Ann Coulter and the faggot word? What do you make of that? By the way, you can't say that here.
Larry.
That's what she said. Oh, I'm quoting her. Okay. I didn't say it.
Yes, you did. You just said it.
John Edwards. How's that funny? You know what? John Edwards is a... Yeah, I thought you have to think like a right-winger. First of all, it's interesting to note
sure
that
came out of the
she
gate
made that
swinging on that
comment
one.
in front of that right-wing convention.
Jeez.
She was not booed. There was actually a moment of, ooh, and then they all burst into applause. It went over like a cross on fire. They actually liked that comment. And to people, normal people, people who think like human beings, it was just confusing. It was like, why is John Edwards gay? He's good looking? Okay, is that equivalent with gay? No. And then she explained it, and I kind of thought about it, and I see what she's saying, is that, no, she really meant to say, what she was trying to say, it's code word for the Democrats are, I hope I can say this, you said faggot pussies. Can I say that? Code word for, I never
Could you back up Larry saying he didn't say it? He just said it. How can you say he didn't say it? There's a way he comes out, he's laughing at the joke, and then he just goes right into it.
It was pandemonium. One awkward moment. The city gave him a police escort, and the cops beat him up on videotape.
Funny, that's funny. How's your friend Ann Coulter and the faggot word? What do you make of that? By the way, I want to... You can't say that here. That's what she said. Oh, I see. I'm quoting her. Okay. I didn't say it.
I didn't say it.
How's that funny? You know what? John Edwards is a... Yeah, I thought where? You have to think like... Why was it funny?
You say John Edwards is
She was on Hardball, and she called Al Gore a total fag. I mean, this is not a surprise.
At least 3 major companies have requested that their ads be pulled after customer complaints over her faggot statement.
The level of
Larry can't stop saying
in
it.
the political arena is now accepting the word faggot. That's what the Republicans have got to distance themselves from.
That's what she said.
Larry.
Man, what a kook.
Funny, that's funny. How's your friend Ann Coulter and the faggot word? What do you make of that? By the way, I want to... You can't say that here. That's what she said. Oh, I see. I'm quoting her. Okay. I didn't say it. Where did John Edwards... How's that funny? Why was it funny to call him a faggot? I mean...
She was on Hardball, and she called Al Gore a total fag. I mean, this is not a surprise.
At least 3 major companies have requested that their ads be pulled after customer complaints over her faggot statement.
The level of discourse in the political arena is now accepting the word faggot. That's
No. We're not going to play it again. No, man. You know,
Pittsburgh, Kansas, hello.
Hello, Larry. I was wondering...
Pittsburgh, Kansas, hello.
Hello.
To Cooper City, Florida, hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Cooper City, Florida, are you
Hello?
there?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Kathy. Hello. I can't wait for your show to start again. I love it.
La Palma, California, hello.
Hi, my question is for Ryan.
Yeah.
I know you say you haven't gone in for the Botox shots, but I wanted to find out if it's true that you enjoy the butt talk.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one, but not a lot of experience in that area.
By the way, someone called in and said, now this is just for someone, that they saw you with Terry Hatcher.
Now you're driving. You're just driving this.
Joining us now on our panel is Deborah Roberts, a friend and former co-host on Lifetime Live, a daily talk show that they did together with Dana on Lifetime Television. How did you hear about it, Deborah?
Larry, today I was at the University of Georgia, my alma mater, giving a speech before some students, and my cell phone kept going off, and I finally picked it up, and it was ABC News calling to give me the sad news.
You worked with her, right?
I worked with Dana on a program on Lifetime called Lifetime Live. We worked together about 1.5 years, and I have to say it was a real gift.
He needs to go. He really does. I'm sorry. It's time.
That it was probably contaminated evidence. Now tell me,
Bob, in the interest of time, I want to cover some other bases with you.
Well, I need to cover a couple of bases, too. I'd like them to tell me a few things. If they think this is also powerful, I'd like to know...
Bob, the last time I checked, it was my show.
Yes, sir.
You want to say one more thing, and then let me ask a few questions.
Please go, sir.
Okay. You have never doubted Jeffrey McDonald's guilt?
Not for one moment of my life.
Were you very close to your sister?
Yes.
Scarborough, Maine, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Kathy, I saw you on a gay cruise at the Mexican Riviera a couple of years ago. I've been following you ever since. I think you're hilarious.
I love doing the gay cruises. Thank you.
What's a gay cruise?
Oh, a gay cruise
Jamie,
is a boat full of gay people, Larry, doing gay things to one another. It's super gay.
Long Island, New York, hello.
Hi, my name is Jeannie. My brother was Robert Evans from Engine 33, firefighter, lost in the North Tower. I want to say thank you for taking my call.
I'm very glad to hear from you. I'm so sorry for the loss of Bobby Evans.
Bobby was a passenger?
He was one of the firefighters.
Jeez.
Jeannie's family member lost in the towers.
Oh. He was a firefighter that day.
Get him out of there.
33 in the
Somebody
village.
used to take him out of that studio.
Is it true that your brother's name is Dennis and that he was named Dennis after Mr. Rader?
BTK.
Yes. My mom dated him right out of high school and named my brother Dennis after Dennis.
This has to be asked. How does that make your father feel?
He hasn't said much about it.
I mean, she dates.
It feels great about it, Larry. He celebrates it every day, you dumbass.
Names one after the guy she dated. You'd think that might bother him.
Yeah. I don't think she ever told my dad why she named him after or nothing. I think the name just popped in her head. She told him.
Yeah, she knew he was going to be BTK, so she wanted to celebrate him, you moron. And the father's delighted that she named him after an ex-boyfriend. He couldn't be happier. What do you think, you dope?
Can you give me an let's look at it.
How spacey she is.
This diamond-studded necklace here. That one.
This is here to show you.
Is that a tiara?
Well, no.
I don't know.
This is a necklace.
A necklace, okay. What's a tiara?
I think you exaggerated that a little bit.
That's a tiara.
Aha.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a tiara. Okay.
All right, these are my old pieces.
But isn't it amazing Larry doesn't know what a tiara is?
It kind of inspired me. These are all the pieces that I've designed.
That looks like a tiara.
As you can see.
Yeah, that is.
What would that necklace sell for?
Well, it's not for sale.
Do you have a copy of it that would be for sale?
No.
So why is it here?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Are you just showing your crap off?
I don't know.
Tiara.
It's not for sale either. Why don't you? I don't know why we have these out here.
Okay, these are not.
Good question, Liz. Put some thought into this.
Now, this is a necklace. Watch out. I'm good at this. This is a diamond-studded necklace.
Oh, he's reading something now.
Larry's trying to act like everything's cool, but actually he's a little steamed. I think.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Attractive. Could fit any age group.
No, that's for old bags.
A young girl could wear it with jeans.
No.
Yeah,
a young girl would not wear that.
How much is this?
Shut up, King.
With jeans.
I'm not at liberty to give away the prizes yet. That's up to the stores.
This is costume jewelry, though, right?
What?
Wait a minute. These are diamonds?
You bet your ass they are.
Okay, all right.
Emeralds, diamonds.
Why are you just laying them out like this in front of us like this? I thought you were so... Wait a minute.
Wouldn't it be great if somebody just handed him a broom and he just leaned over and just whacked her in the head?
Yeah.
God damn it, who booked her?
That's why we have the showing in Las Vegas.
Who booked this moron?
The jewelers do it.
God almighty.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you're on the air with Larry King and Liz Terrence. She's just been hit by a broom.
It depends on who buys it.
Bergdorf loved it. Goodman.
He's still trying to get a price out of her.
I'm going to take a break now.
Yeah.
And I'll forever with this.
I'm going to ball out this old bag. I'm going to threaten her life.
Anderson Cooper is standing by. He will host 360 at the top of the hour. Get me off the hook, Anderson.
I can't tell the difference either, Larry.
We're back with Kathy Griffin. What's with the Emmys? What happened?
I'm a big fat Emmy nominee, which is very exciting.
Did you win?
No, I didn't win. And I was bitter, I'll tell you right to your face.
Who won?
Extreme Home Makeover. Big deal.
Is that a comedy show? Extreme Home Makeover, ain't it?
Oh, no, everybody cries.
So what was the category?
It's cold being homeless,
What
whatever.
was the category?
The category was non-competition reality. Okay, so like as opposed to like The Apprentice or something where it's a contest or Survivor.
Did you hear from people in the industry or like support from Growing Pains?
Absolutely.
People?
We were doing publicity for the Growing Pains movie a month after the accident, so
It was a Growing Pains movie?
yeah, we did a reunion movie when I was like 9 months pregnant with my baby.
When is that going to air?
It aired in October.
Keisha Key is in Atlanta, Georgia. She's looking for her mother, Sylvia Hall. The last time they spoke was about a week ago. Where does Sylvia, she live in New Orleans, Keisha?
She does live in New Orleans. She lives in the Mid-City area. When I last spoke with her, she said that she couldn't escape because the water was like over her head. She's about 5'3", so
Keisha, you're not going to believe this, but I met your mother. I was the king of the Bacchus Mardi Gras 4 years ago,
yes.
And she was a seamstress.
Yes, she was. I
remember. I saw that face. I remember it well.
That's my mom. Yes.
Nice going, Larry. Yeah. I thought the woman thought her mother had been located. Thought he was about to hook her up with her long missing mother. Nice going,
sure.
Larry.
Yeah.